Did you know that the first ever marsupial beheld by Europeans was the opossum? They described it as having the head of a swine, the tail of a rat, the size of a cat, and under its belly, a bag in which it carried its young. The mundane can seem extraordinary when beheld by the unwitting for the first time, but just like believing in something doesn't often make it real, disbelieving in it can't unmake it. Welcome to the DesiQuest Holiday Special, Episode 3, Twice in a Blue Moon. Welcome back to the table players, and welcome back audience to this, the finale of the DesiQuest Holiday Special. As always, I am your storyteller, Jasmine, that bronze girl Bular, and I am joined by some amazing little animals because we're playing Humblewood. Take it away, Omar.
Hi, I'm Omar Najam. I am playing as Murkha, who is a Strig artificer and takes the form of a true owl. It's the name of an owl.
And sticking to it.
Are the other owls false?
I didn't name him. I'm not a zoologist anymore.
I don't know how that works. Hi, I'm Anjali Bhamani, and I am playing Sitara, the Luma Druid. And that's it. And she looks like a kingfisher with turquoise and bright orange metallic-y feathers.
Hi, I am Rekha Shankar, and I am playing Laddoo Auntie, who is a hedge barbarian. So that is basically a little hedgehog. She looks like a hedgehog. She is round like a hedgehog. She wears loose draped clothing like an auntie. So that's kind of the twist on hedgehog we've got going.
Hedgehog auntie.
Hey, I'm Sandeep Parikh, and I'm going to be playing Ash, who in this iteration is a Tilia cleric. So basically presents as a gecko. And fun fact about geckos, you guys, they're the only lizards with vocal cords. So.
What?
What do they sound like?
No big deal. There's like squeaks and little pips and squeaks.
Is Ash gonna start a singing career?
Is that why that
Maybe.
completely unknown brand that has a gecko spokesperson, that's why they can talk?
That's interesting.
That might be why.
Other spokespeople that are lizards.
All the other lizard
can't
spokespeople can't talk. Spokes lizards.
Yeah. As we've sat around the fire, the night has given way to a dawn that is rapidly approaching, and my time too is coming to a rapid end around the table. Now, I heard some mumblings that we had different interpretations of how the last tale went.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah,
very
for
true.
sure.
Accurate.
And, well, I've got one idea of how it could have gone.
Oh.
Oh, okay, all right.
One that wasn't presented previously. But it starts with our party in a little bit of peril.
A party.
Apparel. Clothing.
A party in apparel.
Okay, here we go.
It's a fashion show.
Okay.
Yes, yes. Well, then Sitara is perfectly ready to go.
Well, in fact, she actually kind of is.
What?
So, on one side, we have Sitara and Laddoo Auntie.
I still can't get over how cute Laddoo Auntie is. Look at that cute little face. I want to smoosh it.
Who have been trying for weeks upon weeks upon weeks on end to reason, to counsel the king, to consider the case of their friend Murkha and Raj. For although Raj was falsely accused of stealing the emerald that he had gained by legal means, the king believes him to be a thief and has taken the word of a dubious goldsmith in town. Two of you have been on this case, trying to find evidence to exonerate Raj and also exonerate poor Murkha, who has been trapped with him for setting off an eldritch cannon in the middle of town.
Oh.
But Sitara and Laddoo Auntie, the king has been very kind to both of you, treating you both as valued guests, valuing your insight, and you have quarters in the palace itself.
Oh, yes.
But on this one matter, he seems to be of a stubborn mind. But he has taken to enjoying your company, inviting you several times a week to come dine with him, have tea with him, and discuss matters of arcane science and culture and literature. And in fact, he's a bit of a fan of Sitara's. And this has played to your advantage.
Work it.
Because of your influence, the king has also allowed Ash access to a tower in which his most prized astrologers not only study the movement of the stars, but track them on an orrery. And here, they were hard at work trying to decipher the meaning of the horoscope he had inherited.
Sweet.
Nice.
I was wondering. I'm excited. Okay.
And, unfortunately, deep in the bowels of the only place where the king could think to conceal items of power, of undiscernible nature, or creatures of intent that could not be trusted, we have Murkha.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're still in the crypt.
In the crypt.
Who has been biding his time in the company of Raj. Raj, who was forlorn when you found him, although sad at seeing you in his same predicament, has also been improving rapidly, not just physically, but mentally with your presence here in this strange place that is less of a dungeon and more of a crypt. The energies that have been permeating this space have been affecting him in strange ways, but your positive demeanor and your ability to cheer him up has made him perk up and become more resistant to these strange magics that have been affecting not just your physicality, but your thoughts. And sometimes you find yourself having invasive thoughts that you find harder and harder to shake off. Does anyone have a preference on who we open with?
I think throughout this time, if you'll allow it, Sitara has been attempting to, like when she's walking around the grounds, when she knows she's near the crypt, but obviously can't go in there, she's trying to telepathically check in on Murkha and make sure that he's okay down there and let him know that we're still fighting for him. So I don't know whether she is able to, but I would like to know from my kind and benevolent dungeon master if she is able to telepathically connect with him.
The king not only allows you to send him messages, but so if you wanted to even send him letters, you could do that. Like I said, you are his prized, valued guests. He just, on this matter, is a little bit less flexible.
Right. Then I would rather do it telepathically because I want anyone could read a letter. So I would love to just have this be on one of the moments that Sitara is walking the grounds, but close to him, like almost up against a wall, as close as she can be to him, to try to let him know that they're there. Darling, it's me. How are you doing today?
Oh, sorry. How's it going? As good as can be. How are you doing? How's the weather up there?
It's awful, bleak. You're much happier where you are. That's not really true, but it's no good without you. We're working very hard to try to get you out of there. I promise. And every bit of knowledge that you have given us to share with the king has only endeared us to him even more. After all your knowledge of enchantments and arcane magic has made him think that I'm somewhat of a genius. I'll continue giving him that information as long as he keeps us around, so that he keeps us around and we can get you out of there.
Great, that sounds good. Do you want to talk to Raj?
No. I think if you say he's all right, I trust you.
Okay. Yeah, sorry. She's not really interested in
No,
talking to you.
don't. Okay, I'm going to like knock on Raj's telepathic door.
Yeah.
Raj, darling. This is
Oh, hi. Oh, sure. Oh, golly. It's nice to hear from you, Sitara. Let me tell you, it's been a doozy down here.
I know, darling, but
It's bad. I'm telling you, I didn't steal anything. If you can find your tiger friend, he gave it to me fair and square. He told me, you know what, Raj? I think this might be able to pay for you to stay in the town a few days and maybe even get an audience with the king. I promise you, I didn't steal it from nobody.
No.
It was obtained by legal means.
Darling, finding the tiger is an excellent idea. Where did you see him last?
Oh, out in the woods right before I made it to the palace. He seemed like a stand-up guy. He kind of just said, oh, yeah, you did me a solid, so I'm not going to eat you. And I kind of told him about my sad lot in life, and for some reason, he decided to give me a big old gem. I don't know why. He kind of gave it to me and asked me to stop regaling him with tales of my family. I don't really know.
Yes, no, I understand that sentiment. Darling,
Sometimes I don't know why I'll be talking and people give me things for free.
Well, you're just so sweet, and you have that lovely guileless face of yours. Darling, I just want you to keep,
bless your heart.
just want you to keep your spirits up and take good care of Murkha.
No, I'm trying, but it's hard down here.
I know, darling. We're doing our best. Chin up. Chin up.
Well, Star, thank you for checking in. It's appreciated. And tell everyone up there that we say hi and that I'm working on working on trying to create a horse out of nothing.
Oh, delightful. Where is Bacha? Is a honeybee?
Bacha is concealed within your clothing.
Cute.
Okay. Is there any, like, in the crypt, is the crypt closed with stone, or is there some kind of a door or something that can, any way that Bacha might be able to get in and out?
Yeah, okay. I would say yes. There is ventilation down here. Yeah.
I have an above the table question, because some of the elements of episode 2 are continuing into this episode. Is anything from episode 1 continuing?
question.
That's a really great question, and one that I can neither confirm nor deny at this time.
Amazing.
Sick.
Amazing.
In episode 2, it ended with the crow coming, like.
And with a crow.
What
which was from
elements?
S-
Yeah. So we had a crow coming back,
know
but
that.
also there was an armoire with a cursed item inside of it, and there's a curse on this house, and the princess is cursed, and everybody's freaking cursed over
Yeah,
here.
there's a lot of
This is
cursing.
do stuff
This
and
is not
find out.
PG-13 at all.
Go do things and find out. Break stuff.
You had a connection with the tiger, didn't you, Auntie?
Yeah. What?
Did he tell you anything about where he was going after our adventures together?
No. But I have,
I'm not here.
But did he say something to
He
me?
did.
What did he say?
To me, he said he was going to go to the woods and that we were done.
Okay. I have Animal Messenger. So Animal Messenger lets me take a little animal, perhaps a bug. It doesn't have to be a bug. It can be anybody. It can be anybody. And yeah, and it lets me, by means of a spell, I use an animal to deliver a message in my voice to somebody and I just give the general description, and it says, you specify a location which I must have visited.
We did come through the woods.
Came to the woods.
The tiger's deal with Ash was to safely escort you through the woods.
Great.
And he did do that.
Is this a worthwhile thing to do?
This is a wonderful idea.
Okay, great. So I would like to find any willing animal who will get, of course, my top pick Laddoos and Budgies for this Animal Messenger task.
I mean,
Give a lifetime supply to that.
I am. Oh,
Ooh.
perhaps a little crow.
Caca. Crow. Not to poop. Okay.
Or uncle.
Uncle, yeah.
Really?
In
Uncle
Gujarati, at
in
least.
Gujarati, it's
Isn't that amazing?
Grave importance.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh.
You get out of there with your little clogs. Okay.
Wait.
You're choosing to send a message to
To the tiger.
the tiger.
Yes, I'm going to send a message to the tiger, whose name was obviously
Shamshed.
Sword.
Sword tiger.
So I'm going to send this crow. Say, I want the tiger to come here, right?
Huh, we need him to come help us prove that Raj is innocent.
Okay.
Freely gave them.
Freely gave them the gem and
Yes.
all of that.
Shamsher, hello, it is your Laddoo Auntie. I need you to report to the palace to confirm that you freely gave the gem to Raj. He is being held in a crypt. We had a good understanding, good faith, that we would be nice to each other, you know what I mean? And I'm going to give you so many Laddoo. I can even make, don't tell you. I can make meat Laddoo. I will do that for you. I will do that for you, Kanna. Make you keema Laddoo, okay?
Meat Laddoo.
I mean,
Amazing.
Jaggery, meat, cardamom, besan.
yeah, I was gonna say it doesn't sound bad.
Just please report to the palace as soon as possible. Please, we would be so grateful for this favor.
Wow. That's like
And
three,
tell them that
three
you are,
pleases from
and
an
tell them that to tell the king's people that he is our guest.
Yes, and please tell the king's people, Raj is our guest. Murkha is our guest.
But no. But tell him the tiger is our guest, so the tiger doesn't get attacked.
Don't yell at me, yaar, okay?
This is all in the message.
Okay, how do you come at me and you yell at me, yaar?
Yelling at you, I'm trying to be firm.
Be firm somewhere else. Okay. Okay. Make sure you indicate you are our guest. You are a guest of honor, okay? Please. Please.
Wow.
Is that how you say it? Please. There's no word for please in my language. Please. Please come. Thank you.
No, the little bird
It's a lot of words for a little
flies
bird.
off.
It's going to have a whole argument.
Yeah, it's a whole argument. It's all going to be in there.
So
The
good.
baby crying in the background, the rooster crying. It's all in there. Like all of it got recorded.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I love
If
this
you
story.
happen to fart or anything like that, it's all in the message. Very sensitive microphone.
very good.
on the little crow.
Incredible. So that's what I've done.
Ash,
Okay.
you are flanked by two very, for lack of a better word, nerdy peacocks.
Amazing.
Glasses, please tell me they're wearing glasses. I'll wear glasses in solidarity.
Yes. Thank you guys. This has been absolutely lovely. Thank you so much for taking a look at this will and sort of breaking it down. You've been speaking with, honestly, kind of above my level of understanding.
Nonsense, the two twins say to you.
Just
Absolutely not. No. But to understand the details, one must consider the fundamentals. So once
Right.
again, let us discuss celestial bodies and their traversal across the sky.
awesome. Yes. I
Amazing.
understood most of those
Consider
words.
the orrery. And they bring you back to the orrery. When one considers the placement of Mars in the constellation of Ganesh, interesting things tend to happen.
That's so cool.
They speak in unison on either side.
Oh,
of you.
amazing.
Oh,
It's in stereo.
amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the best.
Is it adorable or is it The Shining? 50-50. It can be either way.
I'm enjoying it. So in terms of what the prophecy says, what have we sort of deduced there?
Oh my, many conclusions can be drawn.
Great. What's the most likely one?
Well, one has to consider that perhaps this is the past, perhaps it is the present, it could very well be the future. The stars divide all.
Okay, so really, I've learned.
Everything is true and nothing is
Exactly.
Great. Okay. Well, as we, I guess, continue to decipher that, I have another matter that I would like to discuss with you. If you, so I'm wondering about this goldsmith Do you know anything about a goldsmith that, maybe is popular or maybe funds things and is maybe considered dubious by some?
Well, everyone knows goldsmiths are not to be trusted.
So are there many here, or is there...
Several, and all of them bastards, down to the very last one.
Well, okay.
All right, then.
Very good.
You know what's funny? This is an actual trope I've noticed across all folktales in India that goldsmiths are not to be trusted.
Oh, yeah, they steal the
Amazing.
gold from you. They melt it down.
but-
They give you back. I know this.
This is if
Like
you
take
go to
some
India
scraps.
and you give someone gold, it is very common for them to shave some of that off when reshaping it and fill it with either filler metal or something else. And you don't get
It's
the pure gold
tipping.
back.
It's just a tip, okay? Listen.
The distrust of goldsmiths is prevalent in India to this day.
Wait a minute.
Wow, that's crap.
My grandmother gave all her granddaughters this ring and I'm the only person that wore it because I'm the only one that's not a doctor, so it doesn't interfere with my business because everyone else was like in bodies and stuff. But it was pokey. I had one little pokey element because it's shaped like a flower.
Yeah.
We went to India. We went to a goldsmith
Did they shave that off?
for free. And I was like, why'd they do it for free?
Oh,
Kept it.
they kept the gold.
But you have to consider that didn't occur to me until
Yeah.
just now, Cindy.
Pokey gold is even more
You
valuable than
were
regular
robbed
gold.
by a real life goldsmith.
So I guess now is not the time that I tell you that Parikh means jeweler. And it was probably my family. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
And back to one.
So what about this one? Is there one in particular that the Maharajas trust so much that he would, I don't know, say imprison a friend of mine even though he's totally innocent?
Oh. The king is typically very just and fair. He may just be beside himself because of the matter of his daughter. Oh, yes, this is probably the case.
Oh,
What evidence does he have against your friend?
just the word of this goldsmith, as far as I understand it.
Oh. What evidence do you have to exonerate him?
So far, well, we have
Well,
his word and
let
the
us
word of all the
pause.
rest of us.
What did the goldsmith accuse your friend of? That's very important.
My friend was in possession of a gem that he was given as a gift, and the goldsmith claims that that it was stolen, with no evidence that he stole it. Now, if he is, if we were in a just society and this was a just king, I would imagine that one who is presumed guilty, the party that is the accuser would have to prove that he is guilty, not that the innocent would have to prove himself. That seems absurd.
Oh, well, we did. It didn't happen to be a famed emerald by chance, was it?
Yes, it's exactly that.
Oh, well, see, that's a bit of a problem.
In what way?
Well, the emerald is known to belong to a nobleman nearby, and the nobleman's been missing. So if somebody were to come into town with this emerald, odds are that that's pretty circumstantial evidence. Oh, yeah, You don't need the stars to tell you that one.
What is the nobleman's name? This noble person that's gone missing?
Mohan.
Mohan.
Yes, it is Mohan, a nearby nobleman who is in possession of a great emerald. One that was known to be able to be used in great wielding of magics. Yes, a great arcane focus.
Oh, okay. So, what happened to Mohan?
Well, no one knows. He's been missing. But you have to admit, the famed emerald, Hava's eye, coming by without him, it's a little bit suspect. But we agree with you, young Gash. Clearly, this is circumstantial evidence
Exactly.
at best.
Right. Yes. Doesn't mean he directly stole it. He was given this emerald.
Oh, by whomst?
Well, he was given the emerald by another friend of ours.
Oh. How did that friend get it?
That we don't know.
Oh.
Yeah, so,
And who is this friend?
is he like a tiger guy, like a tiger buddy
Oh.
of ours? He's very
Well, then it is simple.
strong.
The case as we believe it might be clear. Bring this tiger forward. have him admit to the crime of eating the nobleman and taking the emerald, and then your other friend is free, and the tiger will be beheaded or whatever the king desires, and all your problems are solved. Justice is served. And they both put up like a feathery fist.
By their side. Okay. Well, listen, we don't know that he necessarily ate this mohan. I mean, I guess I don't know if there's like a stool test we could do. Anyway, okay, this is
Is there a nobleman in your stool?
very interesting information. While I have you guys like spitting facts, I'm wondering, can you tell me also more about the daughter and what she's afflicted with?
These matters concern us less. Let us speak instead about your horoscope. A prediction, very important to be sure.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, sure.
'Tis the legacy of your grandparents.
Yes,
we will unravel its mysteries together. And each of them has a wing come up on either side of you.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's great. Yeah, okay. I'm preoccupied with my friend being in the crypts and,
Have faith that your two lovely aunties will take care of it for you.
No.
You can't hear.
Cosmically, we can't hear, but
My eye
something
just
has
starts twitching,
happened.
Like
Yeah.
my eye just starts to twitch.
And
a little
Auntie
bit.
laughs. Something is funny. I don't know what.
Amazing.
Instead, cast your eye upon the orrery and help us divine the secrets already unraveled by your grandparents. Their blood flows in your veins. Most assuredly, you must have the gift.
Well, I'm torn.
Most assuredly.
Okay, let's go. Let's check it out.
Murkha. How have you been spending your time in your holding area?
That's a very good question. What's these surroundings like? What do we have around us? Is it just old tombs?
Yes, it's interesting. You have around you sacred scrolls, writings, prayers, affixed with wax onto different bedposts in which different remains have been bound. There are urns with chains around them with a lot of, honestly, superstition. You've come to the conclusion that the people here are afraid of these things coming back to life. And also, the ground beneath you over the past few days has started sprouting strange growths that thrum with energy.
Don't say growths. Is that what you're about to say?
Don't say growth.
Strange crystalline growth is a little bit better than skin growth.
Why do we keep saying gross? Get it out of there. This is PG-13.
Raj, behold these growths that come out of the ground. Truly, this is a source of energy. Something is happening here. Now, my mind is locked mostly to alchemical situations, artificer references, general engineering. But you're someone whose craft is inspiration. I heard you play before. So I need you to become a necromancer.
Oh, golly. You want me to be a necromancer?
Absolutely, and I believe in you. Now, I can analyze all these scriptures and get a sense of cultural backgrounds and maybe the mechanics behind those. But I think you can be the conduit through which to raise and control the dead. Doesn't that sound like something you've always wanted to do, Raj?
You know,
Are you a life coach?
This is my third take on the character.
You, kind of a farmer guy. Haven't you wanted to raise the dead? That's under your purview, right?
yeah.
Isn't your entire thing raising spirits?
I want to be very clear. Are you trying to manipulate him or truly convince him?
No.
This is very...
If he does not want to become a necromancer and raise the bodies of the noble folk who have been trapped down here and or possibly criminals that weren't sent out to exile, that's his choice.
That's really big of you.
That is, okay. Let's do a
You're a
few
big man.
rolls. I want an Arcana check, I want a Persuasion check, and from you,
I'm not here.
Me?
no, we're resolving the events of day 1.
Oh, cool.
These represent 5 days. I should make
Oh,
that clear. Yes.
Rad. Okay.
On our 5-day clock, let's resolve how all of this plans out for you.
Yeah.
Persuasion check, you can use the guidance to
Right.
help.
Can I actually use the help action?
Yeah, you were there for the message, so
Yeah.
yes, I will say
Okay.
yes. Arcana check, religion.
Religion check.
Come on, baby.
What was it again? Persuasion?
Yes.
14.
14,
16.
16,
I only got a 10.
10. All right. The day passes. Murkha, as you give this idea to Raj, you do notice that the concept of it is not completely repulsive to him. He says, well, can I be honest with you?
I would love nothing more.
A lot of living people don't really seem to care for my art, and so I kind of don't know if the dead would like it any better, I just don't know that they would, I don't know that I would have any luck with them when I haven't had any luck with anybody else.
Maybe we're going about this the wrong way, Raj. Maybe it's not about raising the dead to do your bidding. Maybe it's you, like you just said with me, being honest with yourself. Don't worry about your art being accepted by the outside world. Do you think I ever stopped to ask myself, will my inventions help people or do things that I intend? No, I just do them compulsively. Raj, that's the true beating heart of innovation. Don't look back and don't look forward. Just do something.
Oh my God.
Put that on a mug.
I'm dead. I'm dead. All I can think about is like self-driving
Beautiful.
cars.
Murkha, you spend the second day having this conversation with Raj. We'll see how that pans out in a moment for you.
A full day of
day.
like, hey, you don't have to mean anything.
Yeah.
Nothing has to work.
Intention.
Um,
I'm dead.
Amazing. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
you do start to feel some sort of intuition begin to take hold of you. And in some ways, you even begin to remember flashes of your childhood, where originally you only remembered this mountain. Now you actually recall the face of a kindly gecko, wrinkled around the eyes, with a light pink coloring that fades to a dark purple. And you remember her holding you, and you remember her pointing out the stars and what they mean. And you feel some of this puzzle begin to make sense ahead of you. You begin to see within the horoscope, not just the plotting of stars, but perhaps the plotting of your life. It seems like a path has started to become clear in front of you, but you need more time with it.
Is this what finding your life's purpose feels like? Because it's hot. It's like hot in my neck. Specifically.
The two,
Funny, my neck is a little hard right now too.
like right in
I
my
think that might be
vocal
different.
cords.
yeah. The two peacocks on either side say, "We would not know. We've known our life's purpose since the egg."
Feathers in my mouth.
It's the egg.
The egg.
Yeah.
The hail the mighty egg.
Oh, hail the egg.
I'm dead.
Which came first,
You
right?
guys, I'm dead. I died. I'm sorry. I can't play in the game anymore. I'm dead.
Sitara and Laddoo Auntie, you receive word back from your friend, Shamsher, who, in a letter, admits to both of you that he will come, even if it means facing the king's justice himself. For he did come upon a wandering nobleman in the woods, and as is his nature, he did devour him and took the emerald, and out of gratitude had gifted it to Raj, not knowing what misery it would bring upon his head. But he also makes a point to write in the note that he did warn you all against trusting such an individual. And with your 14, he divulges to you that he believes that such a wily goldsmith someone who would go out of their way to implicate this poor, innocent, wandering bard to relieve him of his treasure. He has caught a scent on the wind, and he believes it is the man that was imprisoned within the well. For only he would have had all of the knowledge to conspire against Raj and take that treasure for his own.
Of course.
Goldsmiths.
You're goldsmiths. Oh, but of course
our
that
Newman.
makes such perfect sense. Well, we have to find this goldsmith, I suppose. And bring him as well, but in a sneaky, sneaky way.
Yeah. Wait. We're getting the goldsmith.
Well, I feel like if the goldsmith comes,
Yeah.
if we get the goldsmith to come,
Yes.
and
Admit.
and somehow admit that he figure out how to
Sting.
yes, a sting, exactly, entrapment. I want entrapment,
Yes.
except without me having to do the thing with
I will do it.
the laser thing with the
Ludwig's gonna Catherine
as a hedgehog,
Zeta-Jones.
just roll through it.
into the splits and the back bend and all of it. I just, I can do it, but I can't be bothered.
Okay, so we have to get the goldsmith here. And sorry, above table, I tripped on the logic. The goldsmith is the one who
He's the bad
tattled.
guy. He's the one who tattled. He's the one who told on Raj that got Raj taken.
Got it. That said, hey, that emerald
Yeah, exactly.
that he had was stolen.
But
got it.
how would he know that he had the emerald? How would he know anything about all of
Yes,
this stuff?
yes,
The only way
okay.
he would know is
Copy
if
that.
he was the bad dude in the well.
Yes, perfect. Great. Love that.
Whose name
Him
is
is
definitely not
Jackie
Trough.
JT.
JT, we'll just call him JT.
JT.
He could be Jackie Trough, it could be Justin Timberlake. You never know. Could be anyone. Could be,
But it's
and it could be
one
John
of those two.
Travolta.
It's
Justin
one of those
Timberlake.
three.
All
It
great
could be-
celebrities
yes.
to bother.
Exactly. Sorry, John
Trudeau.
Travolta. We apologize.
Yes.
Justin Trudeau, we're so sorry.
It could be one of those four.
Yes, exactly. We'll just keep changing his name up.
Okay, well, so we're still on day 1 for us or day 2?
You get to decide what you want to spend this day doing.
Because
Ash, I'm going to assume you're going to spend the day continuing to try to divine this horoscope?
The second day?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I'm fine. I'm
Okay.
onto something, so I'm gonna stick with it.
We have free passage in and out of the palace, right? He loves us as his guest, but we can
Yes.
go wherever we want.
Yes, you even have your own rooms.
Excellent.
Within his
So-
personal guest wing.
So maybe if I, as Sitara, who I already am, I don't have to pretend, maybe I am seeking to have some of my jewelry cleaned. And I want to take it to a goldsmith to help me clean it up, spruce it up, do all of the things. And we can somehow get this guy to admit he's who he is back at the palace. We invite him to the
I was going to say,
palace.
come to the palace to clean the crown jewels.
Or
the
my crown jewels.
something else.
That sounds
jewels.
like it. Not what I mean. Get your heads out of the gutter.
Oh wow!
Incredible. To clean the palatial jewels and your jewels.
To clean
To clean your
To be
bits.
clear, yeah.
Give me a clean gold necklace.
Sitara's family jewels getting.
All this sounds bad. We're trying to clean a rock.
But a polished jewels.
That is a gold necklace.
Yeah, we wanted to do that.
Yes. Yeah.
Now, do we need both of our actions to do that?
No, I can do that. I can
Okay.
do that myself. She can
Okay.
do something else.
Yeah, you can definitely split up.
Okay. I have a question. So I'm thinking back. I'm someone who brings up stuff that doesn't matter. So you can tell me this doesn't matter. Does Anik matter?
Yeah, I miss her. She was so cute.
Oh, no, Anik. He's the
Anik.
mouse.
Anik.
He gave the armoire.
That's right.
Does he matter?
Well, we haven't seen him.
Yeah, that's interesting because he got a cursed item from somewhere. I'm like, did he get it from here? I also, please,
Yeah,
I
let
don't
us
know
know if this is a dead end. No, let us know if this is
I
a
don't
dead end
know
because we don't want to go off.
anything.
It is not a dead end.
Okay.
That's interesting.
So yeah, what do we know? What do I know about Anik?
Anik?
Because I know that because I'm the one who sussed out who were the suitors that were the shortlist.
So Anik is a spice trader and he's a mouse and he
Right.
gifted that cursed armoire.
Right, I remember that.
He revealed himself to be a vampire.
Well, not a vampire, but bad guy. He didn't reveal himself to be the vampire
I thought he-
himself.
I thought he did.
Or did he? Was he the Rakshas?
Oh yeah.
Essentially,
in our heads.
Yes. I think Asha had cast a spell.
Yes.
And he unveiled his nature. Or no.
Yeah.
Maybe I had just
He just
unveiled
said
his
it.
nature.
He said, if you
because
don't
we were
get this
trying-
relic, this is going to keep happening.
Yes.
Like, this was basically, like, the Vitala were going to keep attacking.
Keep coming.
Yes.
So he has to do with the Vitala.
But I will also say above table that you know that Rakshasa can take all kinds
any
of forms.
So it's not necessarily just on
It might not be.
It might not
a field
actually
mouse.
be.
It could be anyone
Anybody.
or anything. Well, anyone.
It could be a goldsmith.
By anything, I mean like an animal or something, not like a watch.
Right.
Could be
I
a
just
mimic.
want to
Any
be sure.
animated thing.
Yes, any living creature, yes.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
But
Could
it can't like turn into like a chest and be like, I was me.
No, but it could be our goldsmith. You're right. Okay,
It could,
cool.
well, although the goldsmith was the guy in the thing,
Yes.
so I don't know that these are.
JT.
Is
Just Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
Yes, exactly. That's just John Taylor.
I think
There are no-
Reika says a depressed princess in her tower. I can't go bother her.
Yeah.
Laddoo Auntie says, who cares? May I bring some tea and treats to the princess?
Yes, definitely may.
Okay.
All right, let's get some rolls.
Love
You did such a
that.
good job. You auto succeed on.
Thank you.
Yeah,
It's okay.
yeah.
That was awesome.
Amazing.
For you, this time instead of a religion check, let's actually get a constitution check as you work through the night and try to push through your fatigue to try to understand this horoscope. Let's get a. This is going to, I think, be a persuasion check to see if you can get the princess to open the door to her quarters. And for you,
Can I guide her before she goes?
No, sorry, you're split up. I think for you, you can guide yourself though. Let's do a perception check to see if you can recognize or spot the goldsmith in the market.
Who
19.
I used?
19, amazing.
10.
10.
Oh, no. I can't find anyone. It didn't happen.
Oh no,
No, it's a 2.
a 2.
Plus whatever, but it's still low.
Might matter.
And I understand. You're just getting it out. It's okay, but I just need
Yeah,
you
you gotta
can do
get it
better,
together.
okay? Just get it out of your system. Okay.
All right. The third day dawns, but we'll resolve what happened on the second day. The second day, Murkha, I don't want to put words in your mouth. You spent the day speaking to Raj and reminding him that sometimes it's not about, let me know if I'm wrong, how good you are at something, but that you do it.
Yeah. It's how I've been forming my entire career.
Yeah.
Don't look into the past. Don't look into the future.
Just
right
looked at
now. All that matters is right now. And
Just do things until they're done.
don't worry about consequences.
Yeah.
Nothing. The effect you might have in the world.
Who cares?
Raj tells you, well, yeah, now that you mention it, did I ever tell you what really inspired me to start playing the bunsery?
To start playing, no, I don't think so. I know every other element of that story, but I don't know that particular bit.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Before the tragedy that befell my mother and my father, they often used to tell me about a bunsery player.
Oh.
And he wasn't particularly good,
Mm-hmm.
but he kept at it every day.
Mm-hmm.
And nearby in a tree, there was a demon that was bound to be there. And the playing of this man's flute just drove him crazy, just drove him wild, but he still kept at it every single day.
Mhm.
And he was able to convince a nearby wanderer to carry him on his back, far away from that place, because he couldn't go leave that tree himself. Such was the nature of his curse. You know how curses are. They're tricky little things. They convinced somebody to take pity on him and carry him away from the sound of that horrible man practicing his bunsery every single day in the temple.
Amazing story.
And you know,
Oh.
I thought, gosh, do I really want to go through life having no effect at all? You know, like maybe my music can't make good people happy. But maybe it could make bad people sad, and that's some kind of something.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more.
And I think that's really what this has all really just been about. Mm-hmm. I think about that story about that demon a lot. Mm-hmm. And I think about, well, if I keep at it, either I'll get good enough to please people someday, or I'll be bad enough to drive away some evil.
You know what a curse is? It's a thing that hasn't managed to kill you.
Well, I gotta admit, that's mighty confusing.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was heartfelt and encouraging.
Oh, okay. But it might kill you though if you think about it.
Well, I mean, yeah, but it hasn't. Is the thing to underline?
Right. Okay. Yeah.
It's the thing that it's the thing that you resist.
Right. Kind of like how if you have some bad poison, you kind of just get a case of the squirts, and then you survive it though.
It's so similar to that, Raj.
Yeah.
And I think that you playing the music that is true to you, even if it's not conventionally aesthetically pleasing.
Right.
It doesn't matter. Do the thing you want to do.
Well, between you and me, I really want to get us out of here. There's some dark energy at play here.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
And it's starting to wear on my mood a little bit. I'm trying to keep my chin up like Sitara said, but it's getting a little hard in here. What do you think we should do?
I think I am going to relay to you the analysis that I've conducted over the entire burial ceremonies that have gone on throughout generations. And I would love for you to process that information. And then I want you to play music, and I want to see what happens.
I don't have any instruments, buddy.
I'm listening to one right now, friend.
Why are you so good at this game? Why are you so good at this game?
I can't.
I want you to sing, Raj. Raj, I want you to sing from your heart of what makes sense to you. Don't try to form words, just what feels right to you.
For this, Raj is going to make a performance check, and I'll let you roll a d8 for his inspiration.
Okay.
Yes.
Ash, you pour over the notes from your two peacock friends, Suk and Duk. And
So many notes.
at some point, you wake up with parchment stuck to your face and your tongue kind of lolled out with more parchment stuck to it.
A feather.
As you peel your face off, you notice like charts are kind of printed on the side of your face. As you've grown weary, you gain one level of exhaustion, but you will gain advantage on your next roll, having pushed yourself through the night, because I do believe I had you make a constitution check.
Yes.
Trying to understand the portents left for you by your grandparents. How do you spend the third day?
I'm going to play with it in a spell that I found that came to us via Humblewood to see if this is helpful, because I'm looking up to the stars, aren't I? So there is a spell called Elevated Sight.
Yes.
And
That's the one I was.
So I cast my eyes, because we're looking up at the stars.
That's a good one.
Casting my eyes skyward, gaining sight at a higher vantage point, projecting my vision to see through an invisible sensor which appears in a spot up to 120 feet above us. So just expanding my telescope to see if it gives me any additional insight.
Amazing. And so you spend another night trying to divine this meaning.
Yes.
You go and knock on the door of the princess with laddoos and chai. And with your incredibly high roll, the door creaks open, almost of its own volition. And beyond the doorstep, you are met with an eerie darkness, as though all the windows and blinds have been drawn shut.
Okay. Can I make like a perception check?
Oh, yes, for sure.
15.
Yeah, you are, especially being a creature that is a bit nocturnal, you are able to discern the vague shape of a four-post bed in the dark, as well as, the shape of a person. You also discern a darker shape in the corner.
Now, I want the princess to talk to me. So what skill would that be if I want to be like really gentle and really like loving?
You don't even need a skill. I would
Okay.
say just say what you want to say.
Okay. Princess, I thought maybe you would be tired or peckish so that I would bring some nice snacks for you. Okay, kana? And I like walk towards where I believe I see the princess's form and set down the chai Laddoo's budgie on a nearby table.
As you do this, you hear the dark shape in the corner speak up. And the voice is very familiar to you, although she is in a different guise than you remember. As you hear Kabila's familiar voice say, "Oh, yes, unfortunately, she seems very weak, famished, drained."
I got it. Kabila, it is nice to see you.
She comes out of the shadows and looks less comforting than her meek crow form, as she is now in her full, like, sort of deific form.
Yeah.
Her long, dark hair flowing behind her. And as she steps out, you hear the faint fluttering of wings as black crow feathers kind of drift off of her, the way dust drifts off of a rug when you hit it.
Kabila, do you know what is wrong with the princess? What has befallen this house? And why are you here?
Oh, well, I saw your predicament, and I wanted to help you, but it's interesting. In this matter, my hands are a bit tied.
How so?
Well, where magic from the other planes gets involved, it tends to have a very polar effect on me. It can be bad. But I believe there's something affecting this castle as a whole. Something that is drawing negative energy here. These energies have greatly weakened me. I've been attempting to unravel some of this mystery from the inside walls of this castle using my own network of spies and messengers, but, well, it's been difficult. It's almost as though someone is working against me, but I think we've known that for a while.
Yeah. Huh. Okay.
Can I turn towards the princess?
Yeah.
Princess.
Her eyes flutter gently.
Princess, I am sorry to hear you are cursed. Can you tell me how you're feeling, when this started, what has been happening to you?
One weak hand merely grabs yours, and you see the big, luscious eyelashes half open as her trunk gently caresses your arm.
Don't fall prey to her yourself.
Oh God, so sad.
Yeah.
What do I ask her? Maybe I do an arcana check on her? I don't know.
You can do an arcana check.
Okay, I have horrible arcana.
All right, we'll roll for that in just a
Okay, great.
second. Sitara, you spend your day in the market, and the number of vendors eager for the palace's business nearby is numerous. Just about every goldsmith in the town takes notice of you when you walk in, knowing that a visitor from the palace has come. All of them with their best wares on display. Most of the day wears on, and although you have a couple of leads, the search is exhaustive. Do you change your tactic for the second day, or do you return to the palace?
Change my tactic, meaning just do something else, or change my tactic?
It's completely up to you. You can remain in the town. To be very clear, the palace is separate and the town is separate. So you can go back to the palace or remain in the town and continue the search for the goldsmith.
How is there like a gold district, like a goldsmith district type
I
thing?
would say you're there.
Okay, so how, if I were to cast a detect magic spell in the gold district, how far reaching, like could I get multiple stores? Is that a thing? Or
Yeah, we can definitely give you advantage on your next perception check using that detect magic. There will be more than one, probably most likely like magical item here in the gold
no,
district.
this was a dumb idea.
But this is going to drastically narrow because detect magic also tells you the school of magic, and that could be to your benefit.
I think I would like to do that.
Amazing. All right, let's get some rolls. We're going to start with you. We're rolling for Raj, and I believe you're going to roll his inspiration die.
Yes. Can I add something sort of to... actually, no, this is just for the singing, right?
Yes,
Okay, great.
this is his
Don't worry
little
about
song.
With 7 on top.
That's good because he rolled a 2.
Oh no.
Okay.
He clears his throat and goes, "All right, I'll give it my best crack." And starts to ululate and do some form of a yodel.
Okay. Does anything happen?
You do see the crystals around you kind of react to the sound, but you don't see anything else happen.
Can I have him try one more time while I'm doing something with the crystals?
Yes.
So like a fun way to make a magnet is you take like a piece of metal, like a clamp or like a big nail or something like that. You wrap wiring around it and you attach both sides to a battery. So what I've been doing is I've been taking some of like the burial binds, which have been like obviously like drenched in meaning and ceremony, and I've been wrapping them around the crystals to form 3 bands and then making a repeated hexagonal pattern within those 3 bands. So it's essentially just like a supercharged spider web. And I go, that sounds beautiful. Raj, I'd love you to do it again, but standing right in front of this thing, if you could hold on to those, that would be great. I'm just very curious as to what will happen.
Okay. We're going to say that's how you spend the next day.
Okay.
That's amazing.
But
Ridiculous.
it's a very big swing, and I'm very excited. I think I do need a roll from the 2 of you before we resolve everything. So let's get your roll for, I think you said you wanted to do Arcana. Yes. And let's get a perception check with advantage for the goldsmiths.
plus guidance.
Yeah, you can do advantage and guidance, sure. Are we being boned by our dice today?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, what's going on?
We are being born by our dice. Perception with advantage, 14.
14. 8. Several interesting things happen on the 4th day. As you try to ascertain what magic is affecting the young princess, her trunk wrapped around your arms, her eyes fly wide open, and in the whites of them, you see the eyes of your sister, almost as though she is a direct conduit to some other realm.
Sitara's mom?
Yes.
Ma.
Your mind, almost as though a message is trying to be passed through the ether, you feel a message strike through your temple like a lightning bolt. You take 5 psychic damage as you hear her voice clearly say to you, "I am so close. Join me."
Oh.
Whoa. Is psychic damage just regular hit point damage, or is there
Yes.
specific? Okay. 5, you said?
Yes.
Okay.
The only way it would be different is if you had some way to like resist psychic, that specific type of damage. Yeah.
Great. Creepy. Sister in the Fae.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
As you are wandering through the goldsmith's district, you enter into one particularly ornate shop. As you enter, you smell saffron. Saffron has a smell, right? Sandalwood.
It does. I use saffron
Okay.
oil every night. I know it does.
Amazing. You smell saffron and sandalwood waft through the door, almost inviting you in. The jeweler himself, as he approaches you, you don't recognize his face. and you recognize the sound. At first you think you've only heard this sound once. The sound of bells around the ankles of one individual's feet. And then your stomach turns as you realized you've heard it once before. Bells hung around the horned visage of a Rakshasa that you saw in your mind at the beginning of all of this. Back in the 12-gate garden.
I hear this in the goldsmith's shop. Do I see the goldsmith? I just hear it.
Now, I was going to say, you did see him, but you don't recognize his face. As your mind begins to put the pieces together, darkness takes you. As once again you feel a thought in your mind that compels you to do something against your will.
Oh no.
As he reaches out and extends his hand to you, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Okay. Oh, children.
Ha! The big one.
Oh!
19 plus a 7.
Okay. You
Nice.
feel a suggestion in your mind, a compulsion to take his hand, but resist from doing so. Ash,
Yes.
as you cast your mind's eye, is that a correct word for it? Mind's eye can apply to, I think, everything.
Elevated sight.
yeah.
My third eye.
As you cast your third eye upward and behold the stars, weary though you are with this new sort of connection to your past and trying to decipher the message that your grandparents left you in lieu of any material property, you think you begin to understand. And in fact, as you look at the markings before you on this parchment, you realize that they are coordinates to different constellations in the sky.
Okay. Amazing.
As you pore over the coordinates and begin to pick out the sister constellations and celestial bodies on the astrolabe, your two feathered friends,
Call them in.
Suk and Duk,
Hey.
pop up beside you and go, "Ah, yes!"
I think I'm getting the puzzle pieces are starting to come together. Check it out.
I believe so. One can discern many shapes.
Oh no.
No, I think I'm discerning specific shapes. I think I'm getting to the, there's actual, real, concrete things happening here.
Yes, the monkey.
Right, the monkey constellation.
The hero.
The hero constellation.
Yes.
For sure, those two.
Yes. And the hatchet.
And the
a
hatchet.
symbol of the great enemy of humble and bird kind.
This is incredible. Okay, so these
So rudimentary and simple it was. 'Twas before our eyes this whole time.
That's amazing. Yeah.
Both of their feathers come out.
Okay.
Jazz feathers, jazz
So
feathers.
glad I'm not allergic. Okay. All right. So what is it? What does it mean?
Ah, the great eye. Sight. Oh, so simple. It all becomes clear.
Triggering.
Oh my God, I'm so confused.
A basic person telling me something is simple.
Ow.
Ah, and yes, the mountain. Ah, the symbols begin to take shape.
Oh my God, I'm
Right.
dead.
So, okay, I'm seeing my motaba holding me, showing me the stars when I was a baby. And
So you knew the whole time, and you didn't share your notes with us. It's fine.
Sorry, honestly,
I told you everything we know, but
I'm
okay.
exhausted. I've been up for 4 days straight.
Yeah, we
trying to-
power napped through that.
That's good. I'm glad you really got some good REM sleep in there for you. Yeah. So yeah. And then I think I'm seeing the same constellations that she showed me as a baby.
Perhaps we have no clue.
Right. Okay. So I'm going to determine the meaning of this.
The constellation we were born under was the Great Egg for the twins.
Every constellation is an egg. Everything can make a circle.
Distinguish which one of these is an egg.
You can make anything into an egg.
Listen, they've been devoted to each other since they popped out of the same egg.
Yeah. I'm blown away that you guys are able to say every sentence in total
One day
coordination.
you'll join us in the mind meld.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Really?
You have the
that
gift.
It's
already happened.
Wow.
You hear
This is
applause from nowhere specific in the world.
I feel applause. This is incredible.
That's us. Clapping
That's the hive mind.
You're doing it too.
I looked down and realized, wow,
Oh, I'm dead. What is happening?
I'm becoming one of you guys. Oh, this is amazing. I feel so connected. Yeah, so I want to go ahead and roll that insight. whenever-
Amazing. And see what they mean. You have the pieces. Now you just have to discern their meaning.
Yeah.
Things are not so great for you.
Oh, no.
As you begin to feel an energy coming from beyond this princess that you're speaking to, a pull of something that is dark within her, that has taken hold of her, that is starting to pour out towards you, amplified by a rift that is beginning to open in the bowels of the palace.
Oh
No.
Stop worrying, Raj. This isn't going to affect anyone else.
no! Oh my god.
Oh, gosh, golly, I really hope so, because it looks like my singing may have done something with the two crystals, and it seems like some sort of portal is open. But you know, that might be a way on out of here.
Oh.
That's optimism, Raj, and I really like it.
Or it could be a way to someplace worse, you know, if you think about it. But maybe we should look on the bright side of life.
Change is change.
I really like you. I think between you and me, you might be my best friend.
I believe you.
Cutting. Brutal response.
Best response.
Destroy this man.
Oh, man.
How nice for you.
Yeah,
I'm your best.
What would you like to do with your turn?
Okay, so
incredible.
and just so I understand, I kind of blacked out, but I'm still where I am.
Your vision darkens for a moment as a spell or enchantment tries to take hold of you, and you are able to shake it off.
But I'm at his
Yes.
shop.
Yeah.
I'm at the goldsmith shop.
Yes.
And they are there in front of me? Where are...
They had just reached their hand out to you.
Okay, so that wasn't in the vision. That was in real life.
Yes.
Okay. So I think as she sees that hand reaching towards her, what kind of snaps her out of it is it reminds her of how many times Rocky held his hand out to her in a very similar way to get her to do something that she didn't want, and he was so charming and he was so lovely, and so she finally gave in. But when she clocks that feeling and snaps back to reality, she just pulls back, falls back a couple of feet, and realizes, oh shit, my whole plan, there goes my accent, realizes my whole plan that I had to convince, that I thought I was gonna get the leg up on fooling a demon, Raksas, whatever I'm trying to fool. Like, that was dumb in every way. And so, in a panic, she falls back and just throws her wings forward. And as she does, a mound of erupting earth comes out of the ground to where he's standing. And the earth erupts underneath him in a 20-foot cube. Erupts underneath him as she staggers back and runs out the door.
Hell yeah.
And if you will allow it, because I believe that is, I know we're not doing action economy, but that would be an action, and Chotu would be coming with me, because he's with me, but I'm not going to bamf him out. She will bonus action, use her wing flap to propel her up, as she gets out the door, propel her up in the air 15 feet. And as she does, begin screaming to the rest of the people in the gold district. Just screaming, help, help! help, someone help! And then move as far away as she can, running back to the castle. Palace.
Okay.
So there's just like a mound of dirt in
There's
front
just
of you?
like it's just basically like the ground erupted in front, like the ground.
Can we put some
Wait, does it
sand
go
there?
like this?
It goes like. I mean, I would use my nails, but I'll never get it. Yes, exactly. It looks like that with the finger marks and everything.
Whoa.
And it's like rocky, but not rocky like it. It's like
Cool. Kinetic sand for the win.
yes. But it all came out of like a panic that she has in that moment. So
Murkha, I don't think we got what you try to do.
I think if this was day 4,
Yeah.
it was making the web circuit and him singing. So I think I'm covered.
Oh, and then you started to open up the portal or
you opened
whatever.
the portal.
Yeah, so what do
the
you
rift.
do next?
How big is the portal opening that's happening right now?
It's not too large, but it is growing.
Keep singing, Raj. Sing from your heart. Look at what you're doing. This is amazing. This is magic. Keep singing.
Harmonize with them.
harmonize.
Harmonize with
exactly.
him.
Harmonize with
Is that a
Murkha, get in there. Get some thirds and fifths going, man. Come on, baby.
You encourage him to continue to sing from the heart, creating this makeshift magnet sort of as you do so, drawing something from the other realm here, or maybe drawing you all closer. Raj closes his eyes and imagines that instead of his voice, he has the voice of a flute. And even though he's a human, he tries to mimic the voice of a bird, because that to him is the most beautiful sound in the world. And channeling that, you hear his voice come back up. And this time, it's less pitchy, and it sounds a little bit more down below in his alto range as he sings, Kabhi to ghar jaane ka man karta hai.
Ash is like, I'm clap. Why am I clapping?
What's looking
As I'm running, I'm like, ah!
I'm being possessed by the fact.
Yeah. Many things happen as time runs out, or maybe the right time comes. Ash, just as this strange energy thrumming from the very bowels of the palace threatens to bring down the walls and ceilings around you, you see the orrery and all of the metal kind of clinking as these gentle tremors begin to shake the contents of the room you're in. But they don't draw your attention, because it finally begins to make sense. The constellations and their message is suddenly very clear to you. He who shows his enemy kindness is also gifted with the ability to unmake him.
I feel like Ash starts piecing the stuff together and realizes when they say, like, you have the gift, it's kind of within you the whole time. That instead of, he takes all the papers that he's been beautiful minding all over and grabs them and piles them up into a metal safe bin and lights them on fire. And he sits in prayer because he realizes when he called the spirit guardians before, his Motaba and his Dadaji were there. They showed up so he can commune. That's his feeling. It's like the answer wasn't in the will. It wasn't in the study. I mean, it may have informed him, but the answer is really within. And so he meditates into the fire, into the yagya, as he wishes to commune with Motaba and Dadaji, to just ask, what did you want to leave me with? I want to pursue that which was your intention for me.
And although you can't hear their words, you feel them in your heart. And their message becomes clear. And as these words, he who shows his enemy kindness is also gifted with the ability to unmake him. A scintillating blue energy emanating from somewhere below you, threatening to unmake the entire palace, takes you. Laddoo Auntie. As you hear your own sister's voice in your mind, you suddenly see the white eyes of the princess before you kind of flick, and instead you see large pools of light green eyes, her normal eyes, kind of come back to you as for a moment she recognizes you. As she does, almost coming back into consciousness for just a split second, you feel a dread begin to fall over you as a strange negative energy begins to erupt from the bowels of the palace. It threatens to overtake your whole body. You feel all of the loving, motherly energy, that kind of nurturing energy, even though you were never a mother yourself, you feel that begin to drain, and then dark wings envelop you, shielding you from the worst of it, as you are also blinded by this scintillating blue light. You see the dark feathers peeling away, but they remain folded around you, shielding you from these energies that threaten to rip you apart.
So when you say her feathers are peeling away, like it's hurting her?
Yes.
I mean, that's no good. I think I know that if Kabila perishes while saving me, that could be one fable's end. But I think Laddoo Auntie is not okay with someone perishing on her behalf. Can I curl into a ball such that I prick her so that she stops? Because I don't want her to perish for me.
Amazing. Just so you know, this will hurt you.
Oh, sure.
Amazing. Sitara. The earth erupts beneath this strange creature, and in his surprise, you see the guise drop for half a second as you see the original face of the man down in the well. And as the bells tied around his ankles scintillate for but a moment, you also notice, tied at his belt, the flute, as you fly out of his clutch in time. And as you buffet backwards, asking for help, before you comes one arm to protect you, striped with orange. The king of the jungle come to defend you himself, Shamsher, as he interposes himself between you and the dark being that has come to do you harm. You see a thin blue light begin to erupt from this somewhat innocuous looking goldsmith, because everybody knows you can't trust a goldsmith. Sure. Everybody knows that. Conventional wisdom. Murkha, the portal, as you hear Raj's voice, now more confident than before, the only instrument available to him, go from crackly, peaky, and unsure to something a little more confident. The positive energy web tied around these negative energy crystals tears open the fabric that holds apart the Fey realm from the material plane, pulling you into Buddy Vaughn.
Yes!
Cool.
Man.
And holding your small tail. Wait, what kind of owl are you? Do they have tails? All birds have tails.
Yeah. That one does.
Who's that toad with a
The
tail?
true owl.
You feel a hand Raj's hand, clutch onto you bravely as the energy overtakes all of you.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Let's go.
Amazing.
Let's
All right.
freaking go.
Imagine there's a beard,
Oh,
and
a
it's
beard.
so strong.
A strong beard.
Yeah,
But that's not a
and
thing.
it just grabs you by the neck.
Yeah. Okay, what about a rainstorm? But the rain is, there's also bees there too.
Oh, it's a rain of bees?
No, there's just bees out there in nature.
These aren't good.
This isn't scary at all.
No,
Coming up with horror is hard.
it's very hard.
I just don't know how to do it.
But you know who does? Chaosium.
That's right.
Call it Cthulhu. These guys.
You can check out this system and their collection of books to run your own horror stories.
And it uses this really cool D100 system that makes it super fun and intuitive, and it's very unlike other systems you may have used before. So jump in there. It's really great.
You can get super complicated with it. It's also so easy that you can just pick it up and play. I highly recommend it. I have been playing a ton of Cthulhu games. They are an absolute blast. So check it out, Chaosium.
Yeah.
Okay, how about this? How about
you got
this?
another
How
one?
about this?
Good,
Yeah,
good, good.
a book. It's legible.
Wow! Maybe you guys should just leave horror to the masters and try Pendragon instead.
Oh.
Oh,
That's a good call.
okay, yeah,
Yeah.
let's go play that.
Yeah, want me to?
All right.
You could get to be like a really cool knight.
Oh, I'm doing
And you
But
get
who am
to,
I
like,
playing?
Now, some say that immortality is to live forever. Other people say that immortality is to never die, to somehow free yourself from the cycle of life and death. Unfortunately, the two courts of the Viharian Feywilds disagreed. They wanted the same ends, but they disagreed on the methods. Wishing to be freed from the cycle of birth and rebirth, one court chose to never die. The other court chose to embrace death and therefore live forever. And so it was that the Sakara court and the Nakara court came to be.
Sitara?
Sakara.
Oh, Sakara.
Sakara. Which actually, Sakaratmak means positive energy in Sanskrit. And Nakaratmak means, so that's what it's based off of.
That's super cool.
So Sakara and Nakara courts. The spell that Murkha cast that evening in the palace, in the bowels of the palace, somehow successfully cast our party in the battle between the both of them, with each blaming the other for the theft of their most sacred relic. And also blaming them for the damage that was incurred to it after its retrieval. And so it was that our players found themselves in the midst of a hefty debate between a leader from each court. And of course, in the midst of it all, Laddoo Auntie, your very own sister, who was trying to negotiate a peace between them.
What?
Oh, Mom?
On one side, attempting to counsel the Sakara court, Chandni, Sitara's mother, doing her best to keep the peace between the two. And on the other side, Sitara's father, Suraj.
Oh no.
Trying to...
Do the same.
Okay, good.
Trying to do the same.
Oh, they're working together.
Yes.
Oh, I thought they were
Yeah.
working.
They're
Oh, I thought we were in the middle of
Together
it.
to like broker a peace between the two.
Copy. Okay, okay. That feels nice, sir.
Yeah. And do we see anywhere, is there anyone else around here? Like, is the Rakshasa around or anything? Or is it just the four of us and my parents and then the courts?
Now that you look around, you notice some of the people that were around you, Sokindok, Kabila, some of them have appeared, Raj, some of them less successful. Amongst them, you were able to force Kabila to stop shielding you from these negative energies that kind of racked her body as a deity. That's good, because if you hadn't, bad things would have happened to her. But you do notice she is heavily weakened, but intact, unconscious here. Shamsher, however, is less lucky.
Oh no.
As the negative energies of the Parivan Nakara court overtake him, you see his form changed as from behind the crystal pillar behind you, you see a dark form growl.
Oh,
That's him now?
Yes,
He went back.
as he bares his teeth and claws against you.
Against. Oh, okay.
Just corrupted by the Nakara energy.
Yeah, I'm assuming.
how's Raj?
Raj is okay.
Hell yeah, my
Raj
dude.
is fine.
Hell yeah, my dude.
Actually fine.
Kind of chilling.
Yeah, Raj is like cowered somewhere behind you, which is funny because he's a little bit taller than you, and he's like, "Oh wow, this is really something."
Stay hidden, stay alive, my friend.
All right, I'm just gonna crouch behind that crystal there. If you need me, you just go ahead and give me a hoot and a holler.
I will, considering.
That's hilarious.
This might be insane, but if I see my sister,
Yes,
I'm going to run to her.
yeah.
yes, run to her.
That makes
She would be on this side since that's the Sakata court.
Okay, so she doesn't have a mini.
No,
But okay, that's fine.
okay.
just know that she's next to her.
Okay, great.
And I see both my father and my mother, but
On opposite sides, each of them trying to bend the ear of the noble of each court to convince them to not come to blows.
I think she just calls to both of them. What would I'm a bad Indian in this way, but what would be I would say Ma or Papa, but what would be the joint name if I were to be calling them at the same
Mummy
time?
Papa, I think.
Is Mummy
Yeah.
Papa?
Yeah.
I think she just reverts to childhood, and those words just come right out of her mouth as she sees both of them. And clocking Shamsher. Just reverts into that moment of like, I can't, of childish, of both childlike terror, but also wanting desperately to run to both of them and not being able to, not knowing which way to go.
As you're all taking this in, everyone give me a perception check.
Okay. Cool.
10.
19.
19,
9
9.
This one's
3.
with
3.
a +7.
You notice two things. One, a corrupted relic embedded in the crystal behind you, almost as though there was some attempt made to repair it or to stop the damage to it. And you also see counseling on the other side of your father, Jackie. Whispering into one ear of the leader of the Nakara court. Clearly in a place of some regard, much like your own father, with a place on the dais, as it were.
JT. I knew it.
A piece of advice from your DM here.
Yeah.
You are reckoning with powers beyond your ability as humble folk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would caution towards trying to use persuasion to get your way,
Yeah.
as your beaks and claws may be of less efficacy here. Laddoo Auntie, as you take your way up the dais, the rest of you see she is limping as these energies that she chose to absorb instead of Kabila have racked her body. It is with great effort that she ascends the dais to seek a counsel. And many of you notice that in this moment, for the first time, your Laddoo Auntie looks frail
Yeah.
and
Okay.
begins to show her age.
I don't like that. I'm not okay with that. Okay.
As she steps up the crystalline steps, you see her quills begin to fall like pine needles on the stones around her.
I'm going to run directly to her and my mom. And since I'm assuming you're closer to me, I'm just going to wrap my arms around her as I get there and cast cure wounds.
Yeah.
Cure wounds.
Okay.
Did I take any damage
That's
from
what
Half your health damage.
Okay.
half my max?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm at 28.
Yeah, it was a gnarly blow. In my mind, that was the trap. Instead of rolling damage, I was like, I think you just lose half here.
That's fine.
Yeah.
And can I say something to my sister?
Of course.
She's so overcome. Like she knows she's being frail, but it's like that pure adrenaline, right? Like you
Yeah.
lift the car with the baby
Yeah.
under it. She's like, Chandani, oh my God, you're okay.
This is going to be probably the most important moment in DesiQuest history.
What's my name?
Chandani knows your name.
Yeah. Yeah, she knows.
It's not Laddoo?
If you can believe.
Crazy.
So she goes, Chandani.
A hedgehog with bright, inquisitive eyes, also draped in a sari, comes like shocked around the other side of the dais, looks at you and goes, Bhumi?
Like, no one has said my actual name probably since she left. She disappeared. I am just Laddoo Auntie. When you're an auntie, sometimes people don't know your name because you only live to serve others.
Right.
But this person grew up with her.
Yes.
Knew her as an individual.
Yes.
Not a caretaker.
Yes.
Laddoo Auntie does something that has never happened. And she cried.
Bhumi's little hedgehog feet scuttle on the stones. And we realized for the first time that in addition to being everyone's auntie, Laddoo Auntie is someone's little sister.
Can't.
And she puts her arms around you and she says, Meri choti Bhumi.
Bhumi nestles her head in the crook of her sister's shoulder. It's so good to see you. I've missed you so much. I needed you so much. Well, what has happened to you?
I don't know. I've been trapped here for so long. I don't know what powers that cast me here, but I've just been trying to do my best to keep things safe here so I can keep things safe for you and Sitara. But there hasn't been a day that's gone by that I haven't worried about my two favorite girls.
I think I probably get there
Get in
after
here.
she's. When I get there, 'cause I was running up to her, but then Ma comes around, and as I put my arms around her, and I just see my mom, and I just burst into tears. But I'm holding Bhumi Auntie, and casting cure wounds as I do. I just don't believe that my mom is actually in front of me.
Who could believe a love story between a kingfisher and a hedgehog? But miracles do happen. I've heard of stranger things.
I mean, it's a strong one.
She's a cute hedgehog.
I mean,
Johnson's got it going
I've
on.
seen that little. I grew up with it. Where do you think I got it from?
My disbelief is firmly suspended.
Exactly.
I'm in.
Mr. Gecko and Axolotl.
Exactly.
We're good.
I'm
We're
down
solid. We're
basketball
solid.
playing
Can I roll to give her points back, or do we
Yes,
care?
of course,
Okay.
yes.
Or we just because it doesn't really matter. Oh no, that's awful. That is 7 + 4, 11.
11.
So I heal 11.
As you're standing on a positive energy dais, the efficacy of your spell is increased to double.
Excellent. That's so much better.
On the other side, you see your kingfisher father, whose coloration is similar to yours. The orange gold on his chest, almost looking like an ascot on his proud, noble face. You see, actually, I'm going to say, you see, since you're in the middle, the negative energies of the evil counselor on the other side also double. as he whispers dark words into the Nakara court leader's mind. Roll to see if you can hear what he says.
Okay.
It's like a perception.
Yes.
Okay. I'm definitely going to guide myself. I'm just checking to see if there's something else I can do. No, I don't think so. Okay.
Cool.
Thaumaturgy wouldn't help at this point, right? It doesn't give me any enhanced hearing or anything, does it?
No, it makes you louder.
Yeah, or I have a phantom sound and okay, no, okay, all good. What was that roll? Perception or? Oh yeah, 21.
21.
Yes.
And I rolled a 3, but before you freak out, with my perception, it brings it down to a 1.
Don't
Yeah.
freak out. Please don't freak out.
Please don't freak out.
I'm going to say you are more preoccupied with the tiger that has caught your scent and is moving with determination towards the two of you. Let's go ahead. Yeah, let's go ahead and move Sitara to the dais as well, just so we can keep track of where everyone is.
Can I ask a question on that?
Yes.
To maybe spin this failure into something useful.
Omar, you know I love when you do that.
Am I preoccupied just by the tiger, or am I preoccupied with the tiger and possibly a flute attached?
You do see a flute attached, but not to the tiger.
Oh, it's on JT.
It's on JT.
Damn it.
I know.
Okay, never mind.
And because you're kind of on the right track here, I will say, as you're looking at the tiger, you see almost like marionette strings a presence above it that says,
Oh no.
to you in
I was
your
going to say,
mind.
look at this little, it looks like that.
It's got bells on it.
It says, it seems that bad things befall creatures cursed to be your friend. I wonder what will happen with the rest. And just like that, the strange visage that appears above what used to be Shamsher dissipates.
Okay. I would like to, with the words of my forebears ringing in my head, I would like to do a mass healing word.
Oh.
And I can choose up to 6 creatures. So what I'd like to try to accomplish here is to heal, to send that to Laddoo Auntie, our friend here, the crow, and then showing my enemy kindness. I would like to send the healing to Shamsher directly to his paw. As hopefully a reminder, of his journey. And then also to JT as a reminder of who showed him kindness to let him out of his imprisonment.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And I got 2 more, so does anybody else have any damage they need any love on?
I haven't taken any, but I wouldn't mind just hearing
To
what
you,
you're
because
saying.
I've just missed you so. we had a whole episode apart. It was a huge bummer.
Yeah, like a hug.
Yeah.
A mass healing word hug.
How's my dad?
Yeah, or
Yeah, how are
parents
the
okay?
parents? Or-
Yeah, your dad looks stressed because he is losing a diplomatic battle. You see like the gray at the temple of his feathers become more apparent as he tries in earnest to gain the ear of this courtesan in the hopes that she will listen to him instead of the dark presence on her other shoulder. But he's not injured, to answer your question now.
Got an empty slot. Yeah, I'll throw it at the sweaty uncle over there. I mean, like, he looks like he just needs some love. So. He's working hard.
Yeah.
Heal his heart.
Yeah.
As you send out your healing word, on the dais, the power of it is doubled. In the Sakara court, in this half of the map. In the Nakara court, its efficacy is halved.
Good thing. Dad
You
doesn't
do
have
see because he's at least not on the dais, a dark thorn in Shamsher's paw. And as you heal it, you see a glimmer of his normal self in his face as he struggles against the dark powers.
It's 8 points, in case you were wondering. For those who needed the number.
Yeah. It's enough to bring him back to himself. As remembering your pact together, he forms back into his stately self as the king of the woods, the king of the wilds, maybe the terror of some humble folks' existence, but merely a victim of his own nature. For a tiger will always show you its stripes. But complicated though your relationship with him may be, he remembers it. And coming back to his true form, you see him instead join you as your ally.
Let's go.
Let's go!
Let's go.
That's our boy.
The efficacy of your healing word greatly reduced on the dais. Give me an ability check with your wisdom as you attempt to also heal your enemy, Jackie, on the dais.
Okay. All right. That's a natural 1 plus 4, so 5. Which is makes it an interesting thing that's gonna happen.
Yeah. You see as your healing magic begins to take form on him, it is dissipated. As the shackles around his ankles glow, and you realize that that is what they are. For a moment, the veil before your eyes part, and you see the same threads that were holding Shamsher, but they are chains. And you recognize this to be a creature that has been bound to your arch nemesis in some way. As you perceive this, you feel in your heart, as your will struggles against his, an unsettling feeling in the pit of your stomach, where you felt the warmth of your prayer fire and the presence of your ancestors. Instead, you feel a hand descend upon you, but this hand is backwards as it reaches down, the one tail of a Rakshas. Make a Constitution saving throw with disadvantage.
Okay.
Come on, baby, come on.
With disadvantage, here we go. Okay, that's probably gonna be that one. And I don't get to guide those.
No, saving throws are saving
Got
throws.
it, saving throw. 3.
All right.
19 and a 3. I should have blessed myself.
I was just gonna say, I was like, oh fuck, don't we still have blessed from the last episode?
Yeah, we never used it. I cast it on you guys though anyway.
You know, for all things considered, I could have rolled way higher on that. You
So
take
20.
12 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
I can, that's
Doubled
doubled?
to 24.
That's not
as the energy from the plinth radiates
good.
out.
okay. I am looking not great.
You see, since you're standing nearest, Ash's normal bright green color begin to turn gray as some of the vibrancy leaves his cheeks.
You hear with his vocal cords.
Oh,
ouchies, ouchies.
Did you already go?
Yeah, you can do something here. Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Fascinating. You know, just a couple minutes ago, my friend and I were singing, and lo and behold, we are here. This is quite incredible. I would like to introduce myself, if that's all right, to these fabled, most gracious members of what seem to be warring courts. My name is Goddamn Murkha, and this is a goddamn horse I've been working on for 5 goddamn days. I pull out a hammer and I want to infuse it with stallion seed and throw it to the ground and conjure a war horse.
I'm sorry, this is particularly funny to me because during our stream while we were leveling our characters, we found stallion seed.
It was randomly selected on stream. I chuck it down. The seed, essentially, it's a seed that cracks
so
into
funny.
a horse.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
I now have a horse.
Okay. What do you want to do with your
I would
horse?
like to-
I am afraid to ask. I cannot impress upon you how scared I am to ask Omar Najam this question. Not Murkha, Omar. Omar, what do you want to do with your horse?
I want to jump on the horse. I want to point at Jackie and go, I think you have something that belongs to my goddamn best friend. I don't want to gallop for the flute. I've got a speed of 60 feet and I want to get that flute and take it back.
All right. This is amazing. This is amazing. He
told
said
me.
he's been working on a horse.
He told me he was going to use it at some point.
Shamsher has been returned to his normal form.
Oh, Omar, I love you
You
so
all
much.
watch with jaws agape, except for Raj, who knew that Murkha was working on a horse.
We have to stop saying that phrase. I'm gonna be sent into another dimension.
The part of me that's holding back right now is not going to be able to do it.
We can't say
Working on a
growth.
horse.
Can't say growth. Can't say working a horse.
Horse came out of a seed.
Stallion seed, baby.
Made it into a hammer.
I just need to give.
Hell yeah.
I need you to roll a die.
Uh-huh.
The which one doesn't matter. I just need even or odd. That's all I need.
Ooh. So you need just even?
You just need to
Even
roll it and
or
tell me
odd?
even or odd. Yeah.
I'm going to say even and I'm going to roll. Right?
No, I'm
No.
saying
This side is
this
even.
side is even. That side is
Oh,
odd.
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Thank you.
That's 4.
Even.
Good.
Amazing. As your magics are manipulated by the Buddy Vaughn, and you strike down with your hammer, your magics are amplified.
Yes!
And as you are a true owl, he might be the false owl, but just like you are a little owl, he is a big owl.
Yes!
And
That-
he
that's an owl.
erupts from where your hammer strikes, ready for war.
Put him on top.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Yes!
So cute.
I can't.
Yes.
Oh my
and you
God.
race towards the dais. All right.
It's a stack of owls.
God, I can't.
Is that their collective noun?
Owls all the way down, yeah.
He says, excuse me, something belongs to my best friend, and you go for the flute.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Your owlbear, your Maha owlbear is going to help you.
Hell yeah.
Roll to hit.
Oh, hell yeah.
Come on, baby, come on.
And I'm using a stat block for the warhorse for this, or what would you like?
Because you got even and the positive energy doubled it, go ahead and add 2 to your warhorse stat block.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay. Oh! That's 6 plus 6, 12 plus 2 is 14.
You guys, this is a warlock. The AC isn't that high.
Squishy.
Your
Genty.
mount rides forth. And as it, with one gnarly claw, pins the now, by comparison, small goldsmith Jackie to the ground, you are free to grab the bunsity.
Winners never quit. I grab the bunsary and I want to make my way back.
Yeah, you hop off with the bunsary secure in your hand.
Run like the wind, fly.
You make it about halfway, and seeing you with his most precious quarry, Jackie attempts to cast a spell on you. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. This will be good. Okay. 4 minus 2 is 2.
Okay.
What are
seven.
your numbers?
He has no wisdom, like 0 wisdom.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's
yeah.
okay. It's okay.
I'm strong.
So intelligent. 0 wisdom.
You take.
What is this?
There's no way.
That was too many dice.
That was
don't
2
like-
6s and a 3.
Oh no.
You take, it was 3d6, and somehow I rolled 6s on 2 of them. You take 15 psychic damage as these dissonant whispers begin to rack your mind, and you hear Jackie's dark patron in your mind as well, as it says, "Whoa! Ah, my torta!" That's the most Punjabi thing I've ever done on the show, is going, "Hi, my torta!"
Is that like?
Can we pretend that was smooth?
Yep.
No.
No. It's way funnier to
That was
not.
just so
What are you
good.
talking about?
Nope.
No.
Nope. Absolutely
No,
not.
erase it from your minds all right now.
I'll erase it from our minds, but not from the film. Yeah, I said film.
We're shooting this on film.
As you hear in your mind and see in your mind's eye the same dark visage. Imagine what I'll do to her. And you think of Asha for a brief moment.
Come on.
And a single matte black raven feather drifts before your vision. And you are compelled, no, demanded. Your one desire is to run as far away from Jackie as possible. So, as you run clear past where Raj is hiding and begin to continue past Ash, desiring only to run away from the source of these whispers. Your mind still numb from the 15 psychic damage.
Oh, I'm gonna do something so stupid.
Wait.
I love stupid, and she does love. Oh wait, what? Go. Yeah, I know.
Doubled
I know. That was
The
by
damage?
the negative
Damage.
energy dais.
So you are.
Okay.
Okay.
2. Is it 2 hit points?
Is it 2 hit points?
But to quote Asha, the only hit point that matters is the last one.
Yes.
Oh. Yep. One little raven feather flitting down.
My mind. Did you do your crazy thing yet?
No, I didn't.
Okay, because I have a crazy thing, but you do your crazy. You called it.
I see him running towards us, and I don't know. We don't know that has happened in his head.
No, but you see that he goes from a measured, determined, triumphant run to Raj to a terrified, wild-eyed run to just in a wild direction. Almost like he's not even running to you, Ash, or to you, Sitara, but just running towards something.
I don't know if this is as dumb.
No, do it.
All right.
Doesn't matter.
So I'm just gonna see him running and see him like run past Raj and past Ash, and I know there's something wrong, but part of me is like, no, he's just confused and freaked out, and it's Murkha, for God's sake. Who knows what's going on? So I am going to run towards him, and I'm going to grab the fruit off of him, and I want to grapple it off him, so that at least so that he's not running away with the flute.
Okay, yeah. You leap down and seeing Murkha clutching this flute like his life depends on it, you take it from him.
And then I'm going to run it to Raj and put it in his hands and hold it and say, play like it doesn't matter.
He takes the flute with shaky hands, your messages still resounding in his mind, and he begins to play. He's gonna roll a performance check. You get to roll for his inspiration, and it is doubled because of the positive energy from the dice. So roll me 2d8.
Love this.
We need to beat a 17 on this. He got a 13.
7.
Oh, we're done then. Yeah. Amazing.
But for fun,
Yes.
8. It's all 8.
Oh my God.
It's not a 7 and 1 plus 8.
Okay, perfect. 8. Bringing him to, I said 13, 8, 21. the beautiful sound from the Bansuri that you're expecting doesn't come out. You see, Raj knows how to sing now, but he still does not know how to play the flute.
My God.
You hear a horrible echoing, the crystal's almost drawing it in like tuning forks.
Why is Sitara playing the Bansuri?
Okay.
Out of tune, pitchy Bansuri. And as you do, you hear a massive
Play so bad you hurt your enemy.
Cease this infernal racket! Leagues, aeons, realms have I traveled, so I would never have to hear this horrible, wretched sound again!
So I hear that, and I'm gonna just add booming voice.
Yes!
So I'm gonna thaumaturge that.
The flute?
Yeah,
homie. And boom that voice.
Get it!
The thaumaturgy makes the horrible Bansuri louder. And for a brief moment, all of you see the face of the Rakshas clear in the sky. Not an illusion this time, but you see his wicked fangs. You see his crooked horns, some of them broken from his foul deeds. And you see his backwards hands holding marionette strings. And then, just like that, with one last, he disappears. Or, at least that's how I heard it.
Interesting.
That's pretty much how I heard it.
I heard the exact same story.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard it pretty much the same. I think the only thing that I heard that was different was that Murkha kept running and then was saved by a wild boar that he had adopted previously.
Yeah.
and was
Really
brought
cute.
back. Yeah.
The boar came through the. Oh.
I don't remember that. I feel like there was no mention of the boar again, but I don't know. I could be wrong.
I had heard something like Laddoo Auntie gave a really inspirational, touching speech that like united all the sides.
Right.
And then she saw JT stirring and asked her sister to whip her over like a cricket ball to hit JT in the face and kill him.
Yeah, like she bowled.
Yeah, she like turned into a ball and her sister kind of was like, what up?
Yeah, that's pretty. That's
Could
a little
you-
bit closer.
Could you remind me of how some of that speech went?
Yeah,
Like the best parts?
yeah.
Just the best spots, though.
There is no sense in being afraid of death, wanting to live forever, embracing death, for it will come and all the yugas and cycles of the world will continue. There's no sense in trying to control what you cannot control. You must just live. Don't look back. Don't look forward. Look at now. Look down if you have to. Don't worry so much about forces beyond your ability. Focus on those who are with you right now.
I remember Chandani behind Sitara and Bhumi, nervous, her quills maybe even quivering a little, say, because we can't control how much time we have with people, we can just control how we spend it. And you two were sisters too once, she says to the courtesan. And even when sisters fight, we always find a way to get back together. And nothing stronger than two sisters. I remember that too.
Me too.
It's my favorite part.
I remember Laddoo Auntie's like, I thought I was a sensitive one.
All right, I guess you're in the society.
Okay.
Yeah. It was beautiful. Come tell stories to us.
Yeah. Well, this was a pretty fun game to run. I mean, sometimes I wonder about what happened to Ash, what happened to Sitara, what happened to Murkha. Like, did Murkha ever get together with Asha? Was that ever even real?
It's kind of bonkers you didn't bring up the fact that the horse that he made can talk common.
The horse can talk?
Well,
Don't think anybody cared about that detail.
Yeah.
we didn't get a chance to chat with him yet, but I feel like that happens. I heard that happened like later. That
Oh,
was,
okay.
stuff that went on later afterwards.
Okay.
You know, he didn't really have much time to chit chat.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I wondered about? I wondered if Sitara ever ran into that guy, Rocky Rikesh.
I gotta be honest, like that first moment when he showed up, I
Hate that guy.
there's just like so many different ways that story was told, the way I heard it. There are a lot of really cool, very moments that Sitara had in the ways that my aunties told me that story.
Yeah.
But I guess that's for another time.
But when her father came to her and told her that even through the veil, he watches all of her films.
I mean, all right, I have to tell you, this has nothing to do with the show. But my dad passed away at the beginning of 2017. And it was right after a certain amount of success had been happening, and he'd been sharing it with all the doctors and sharing it with everyone. And after he passed, I keep imagining him, and to this day, I still imagine him up there with his single malt scotch in one hand and directing people to come into my life and this to happen there and that to happen there, because things have gone so stunningly, like the people that have shown up and the things that have shown up in my life since he's been gone like this, that I know he's watching and I know is part of our... They don't go, they leave, but they don't leave.
I need to come give you a hug.
I had no idea. God, this makeup is so good, and now
I know. But then you went and said something beautiful.
Thank you for sharing that with us. I love you. I love you, and I love this, and I love that you guys have created this and that we've created this together. Because it's telling these stories the way our families have told them, whatever way we've told them, and then sharing them with each other and sharing all the different ways that we share them. That's, as we pass them down through the ages, whether through games or through conversations, that's everything.
It's a mass healing word.
It's a mass healing word. That's everything. Stories. The stories we share, the stories we make, and the giant maha owlbears that we make that speak common.
Yeah, I'm really curious about how Murkha made that horse, and I want to know everything about it.
Oh, I don't want to know.
Does he read as well? Is he
Voracious.
just completely literate?
Mostly airport books.
Horse can't hold a book.
Well, he doesn't have to hold it. He makes him the twig thing from behind. He can hold the book for him. And
to be
flip it off of his
honest,
back.
I immediately felt bad when I said that. A horse can read a book. I know, and I know that.
I hope you all have learned a really important lesson. That horses can read books, and I'm really glad that Reika brought that up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't mean to say they couldn't. I know horses can do anything.
If you read the Dumbass's Guide on Horses,
and a horse could.
yeah, a horse could read the Dumbass's
A horse
Guide.
could. A horse with the twig arms.
I think that holidays are such a special time because the veil of everything kind of condenses, and it's weird because everything's new and old at the same time.
Yeah.
You never know which one's going to be your last. And it was really cool to do an adventure where we got to go here and learn so much about your families. And
Yeah.
this is a really, really special adventure, Jasmine. You did a really, really goddamn good job. And that's saying a lot because it's one of your stories, and that's a hard, high bar to set to begin with. So.
And I gotta say too, I really appreciate the aspect of us making up what we think happened. because I find as an Indian American that my parents tell me things that clearly have mutated over generations. And
I don't know that that's an Indian American thing. I feel like that's something
that just happens.
Yeah.
But I do use the word mutated correctly. And it gets to me and it's like, well, I don't know enough about that, or I don't know, there's too many holes in that story for me to pass that down or pass it to a friend. So I kind of have to make up my own version.
Yeah.
You know, like nobody, I live on the West Coast, nobody wants to tell me when Diwali is. I can't book a plane ticket in time. I gotta make my own Diwali party and make up my own tradition for it and make up the food that I make for it. And that's very new to me.
And no matter what we do in that, our moms will tell us that's not exactly right anyway, even if we did it their way.
Yeah.
They'll be like, that's not what it's about.
That's not, it was this much.
Important.
It's very
much.
important.
It's
this much.
This much length.
Just this much.
You need to change it this
Just this much. Just this much.
And then
And then maybe this much. And then how much water you put? Not too much.
Can I also say too, if we're getting to be sentiment, I don't want to take. Hey, do you have
No.
I was just gonna say, the crew on this shoot, if we're getting meta, knocked it out of the goddamn park. Talk about transforming and using magic. Look at all of this.
know.
This is wild.
Abria is still behind one of these trees.
It's amazing. She's been camping in that tent the whole time. Just the freedom for this to be just like a scaffold for the story has been so freeing. It has been so fun and so not what we often get to do in real life with our stories.
No.
It's a real reminder that our stories are our stories.
Nothing feels quite like the first time you read a story that matters to you.
Mm-hmm.
And my hope is that with the stories we tell here, some person feels that for the first time.
Totally. It's like you chase that. You're like, oh, I wish I could watch X for the first time again, or read something for the first time again, because that feeling is so special. Yeah.
That feeling when you know
Yeah.
something just changed for you forever. And every time I play with you, something changes for me forever. I'm so happy we get to come back and do this in a world in which we have a lot of forces working against us, and we're not supposed to acknowledge them. But I think what's so special about this show is it's a little bit of a rebellion. Before we sat down, I always feel like we're really punk rock. Like everybody here just kind of gets together, from everyone behind the scenes to everyone on camera, and we just kind of put the pedal to the metal and make it happen. And in that way, feeling like I don't have to audition for my seat every time I'm here feels really special.
Yeah, that's very well said.
Yeah. I do feel really punk rock in this hat. So
You look at.
that tracks.
And sorry, what company was this?
Yeah.
Although they're a really cool company, whatever they are.
Underneath there's just like,
It says like Enron.
I was trying to think of the most people company.
Hell yeah.
Same brain.
Not gone, not forgotten.
Yeah, pour one out for Enron.
Definitely.
Pour one on
Definitely
Enron's
not.
corpse.
Yeah. Pour oil on them. Pour ghee on them.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Jasmine.
you, Jasmine.
Thank you so much for joining me on this adventure. I can't wait to learn more about Murkha, Sitara, Laddoo Auntie, should I say Bhumi, and Ash's adventures. And I can't wait to share those stories with you as well. Thank you as always for watching our show, for supporting our show. And I can't say when we'll be back, but I know that we will, because we just got a little bit of that fight in us. Stories tend to change every single time we tell them. We forget certain details, sometimes recall others, and often embellish our favorite parts. But what's more important, how accurate a story is, or that it lives on,
to the people it matters most to. Thank you so much for joining us for the DesiQuest Holiday Special.
I am your storyteller, that bronze girl, Jasmine Boulard. I probably shouldn't have used my gamer tag, but I did anyway. Omar, what's your gamer tag?
My gamer tag is Omar doesn't have an Xbox 360. And I'm playing Murkha.
I can't run this shit like my Twitch stream. Cut this. We're being our director Sab.
Director Saab.
Director Saab.
You could help Ash and see what you know about. No, okay. Or you could. You don't hear.
When she just starts crying.
Cite your sources.
www.google.com search.
I also need a beat here.
My name is Jasmine, and I'm here to say.
I will tell you, I watched The Goonies with my dad, and my dad saw Sean Astin and said, "Is that Justin Bieber?"
It's too good.
Break your stories over that.
Or it could be a. Sorry, I'm getting the peacock voices in there. Don't ya know?
Everybody, chill.
Out.
Yay!
I don't want to